Hi, I'm Mark Scherer. I'm the CEO and founder of Encompass Life and the host of the Wellness Revolution podcast. And today we have Ryan Hellriegel on the call today. And he is a 31-year-old, appears to be like serial entrepreneur. He's getting his fingers in all kind of pies, health related, and all based on from what I gather, um, his passion for doing physical things and the detriment it caused to his body. So he's trying to heal himself and sharing his healings with other people as well. And he has some really unique products and companies to do so. So, Ryan, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Mark. Excited to
You're
be here.
welcome, sir. So, tell me a little about yourself and where you're headed.
Yeah, I think you did a good job at the intro. I'm a 31-year-old entrepreneur. I don't know if I consider myself a serial entrepreneur yet, but definitely have created businesses around solving my own problems. Like you alluded to, fitness, health, and wellness, and just being an athlete tends to lead people in general to getting injured, needing unique ways to recover. So I've built businesses around solving these needs, whether it's for tennis elbow, carpal tunnel, from typing every day or playing tennis, all the way to shin splints from playing soccer to tight calves from running triathlons, to strengthening bones and joints. Really have just built businesses with a passion around helping people move better, longer, and more freely.
And where did you get the knowledge to build these businesses?
Well, a lot of the knowledge comes from just leaning into an insane network of friends and business partners that I have. But I I honestly believe just being a fly on the wall and trusting in the gut strong enough over a long enough period of time can really create a good net beneficial environment to hopefully succeeding. It's working now.
Gotcha. So you don't have any formal college training, kinesiology, or physical therapy or anything?
No, just an athlete that always had coaches and sports physicians on their team, that I was just that really annoying student athlete that would ask way too many questions and then try to ask and look at myself and say, does this feel right for me? And then try new and different things to solve my own pain.
Gotcha. Um, I've been doing this podcast, I guess maybe for about a month now, and
Cool.
you're probably around 15, 16 people on it so far. So far, most everybody who's making a huge change in an industry has come from outside the traditional mythology. Like they weren't trained like you weren't trained in physical therapy, but you had some issues yourself that you took some, what you said, trusted your gut to be
Yeah.
able to take that trusting in a gut and turn it into a product.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's a good observation. I feel like my business partner, Nick, would be comfortable with me saying this, but when you're so specialized and focused in your lane, um, that's the language that you speak, that's the way you look at the world. Sometimes it takes an opposing perspective to really see and drive the value. It takes both sides for it to be successful. And a lot of practitioners um, are very, very lane focused, which is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's why there's so much help. Um, but yeah, bringing the other side of the equation and almost being able to bring it down to experience and be more relatable and not use all the medical terminology and allow it to land on the hearts of people that are just fed up with having carpal tunnel and don't really know what that means. Having tennis elbow, really know what that means. It's just too much tension created over a long period of time from you typing or playing tennis or running or whatever. So I think that's a cool pattern that you've observed. And I think we're going to see that more and more and more in the space of at least health and wellness for sure.
You know, somebody who's an expert knows more and more about less and less.
Mm, yep. Can be.
Yep. Like Henry Ford, when he developed the assembly line, they said it can't be
Mhm.
done, it can't be done, it can't be done. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. He goes, find me a group of people who are too stupid to believe too stupid to know it can't be done, and I'll show you it can be done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all this,
Yeah, I resonate with that strongly. What it's like, I love that Henry Ford uh overview.
yeah,
It's like you can't solve a problem with their old way of thinking, a new
yeah,
problem with the old way of
no,
thinking.
no, you can't.
And that's
Einstein,
literally what we've done here. Like we literally just like the Rolflex product is our flagship product. It's the number one sold tool in the world for tennis elbow and carpal tunnel. If you were to go on Amazon or on Google or any of these things without looking at our ads, you would find our tool most referred to by physical therapy. It's really just a glorified way um, to use like a nutcracker or a vice. But instead of a nutcracker, like a nut being in there, it's your arms or your legs.
yeah.
And you can,
Let's not talk about nuts when we're talking about the body here. It kind of feels that was a joke.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you entirely. But it's just like it's just using things around us that work,
Yeah,
and like sense, I guess, and stop being so lane focused.
yeah. So you said you played a lot of sports. What
Yeah.
sport background do you have?
A lot of soccer, a lot of sailing, a lot of surfing, just hiking, adventuring, and so forth.
And would you ever go professional in any of those, or
Yeah,
just
sailing.
sailing?
Yeah. Yep.
So you on a professional sales team?
It's so funny when people say sales team, I immediately think of like software
Sailing team.
technology. No, I know. I'm just messing with you. Yes, the answer is yes. I competed in the Junior Olympics, brought me to the world stage. Ultimately, sailing is something that I'm appreciating and admiring more and more as I'm getting older. But back when I was, 17, 18, 19, 20, all I wanted to do was go faster and faster. So I actually dropped my sport of sailing on a like high level and just did it for the love of it. And now, full circle, fast forward from my 20-year-old self to my 31-year-old self. Um, I've been doing a lot of new sports like Ironman, triathlons, like all over South Africa, all over these different cool places. And now I'm getting back into sailing heavily. So I'm not going to mention it now, so we'll see how it goes, but a very large dream that hopefully will come to fruition in 4 years.
Awesome. And you just got rid of your sailboat, though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was a pleasure sailboat. That was a bigger boat for cruising around, not for racing and being competitive.
Gotcha. So you're going to get a racing boat or get on a awesome.
Yep.
Very
Yep.
cool. Tell us about the products you have, the Rolflex
Yeah.
product.
Yeah. So Rolflex, the company that we're talking on today, the goal of Rolflex is to create physical therapy grade recovery and relief from the comfort of your own home. We're most known for our flagship tool, which is called the Rolflex itself. That is the tennis elbow tool. It's meant for, it essentially creates a masseuse in a box. It allows you to roll out your own forearms, wrists, elbows, biceps, triceps. Also allows you to do your legs,
Hmm.
like shin splints, tight calves, IT band problems, runner's knee problems.
Hmm.
But over the years, we've now sold over 250,000 Rolflexes. So we have over 250,000 people Rolflexing. People have been asking us for other products. So we recently developed a tool that allows you to melt away all the tension in your neck from typing all day. It's like a neck cradle that you lay down on, and it mimics two people's thumbs digging in to release that tension in your neck. We've released a shoulder and trap tool as well that I believe you saw online on our videos.
Hmm.
In this quarter one and quarter two of 2025, we're actually coming out with two more additional products. And one of them is going to be for your back, and one of them is going to be for like your thoracic spine too.
Trying to visualize how the one for the pec works.
Yeah, the one for the pec you said?
Yeah.
It's the neck massage tool that you lay down on that mimics.
Uh-huh.
It's a very versatile tool. It allows you to turn the device over and use a single pinpointed trigger point release tool to lay on it and get into the deep part of your pec,
Ooh.
underneath your pec into your armpit, and really
Uh-huh.
allow you to dig up and under there to release all that pain, the same way you would pay for a masseuse to kind of roll their thumb through it.
Huh. So are all your products, they're just human powered, no electric?
Keep it simple, stupid, no power.
Gotcha. Awesome. And price points.
Yeah, most expensive being $110. Um, that's for our combo that includes like all of our accessories with our Rolflex, which is our leverage-based massage tool for the arms and the legs, all the way down to for our neck release tool, $30.
Awesome. And most of your clients are just individuals, or you sell to gyms, or you have wholesale as well?
Great question. We actually have focused primarily on direct to consumer, but the other side of it, bypassing the gyms and so forth, is actually corporate level, like industrial accounts.
Uh-huh.
What I mean by that is like if you were to walk into a UPS facility or like Boeing's manufacturing facility, you would see on the assembly and packing lines, you would see Rolflexes to help their workers combat overuse strain in their wrist and their elbows and their arms.
Huh. So
So we're heading more towards that account. We get tons of orders from the military and stuff too.
how about like universities for their people or
Yeah, like their sports teams and stuff. We fulfill a lot of sports team, like all the main ones, like whether it's university level or like NBA, NFL, NBA, level stuff. But on the university level, we're a small team. There's a lot of work that we need to do to focus on helping other people. Yeah, that's a good idea.
huh? I'll introduce you to some people who I believe you can network with, and they could be great customers of yours. I'll
Cool.
get you hooked up. That's
Amazing.
that's one of the things I'm really enjoying about doing this podcast.
Hmm.
One, I get to meet some great people who are really up to some amazing things.
Yeah, like
Especially,
yourself.
thank you, sir. Especially a
Yeah.
lot of, I'm really enjoying meeting a lot of younger people too, who are really passionate and doing their dreams now. Where read and watch on the internet, and a lot of people are don't know what they're going to do with their lives, but finding people who are really motivated at a young age, like you at 31, and serial entrepreneur. Because if you're working for yourself now, you'll never go back to working for somebody else.
Hopefully. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
So
goal. That's the
that's
goal.
really amazing to see what's going on with people and how creative you guys are.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I honestly just feel like a lucky steward of all the things that I do, right? Like it's easier for me to live with passion because all we do is help people on a large level every day, right? Like we sell, it's not even about selling. That's unfortunately, since I do run the business, my mind goes there, but we get to help like 150 new people per day. What does that look like across the board? Like I said, we have we're where I love going to the gym. I love going to a yoga studio. I love doing all these things that keep my body moving longer. I love going to see a massage therapist. But ultimately, we really love being able to have a tool that allows somebody to learn and explore their body and teaches them how to fish, doesn't give them a fish. So like now we're able to, the goal next year is to be able to help at that point 500,000 people. Um, and it's just goal goes up from there.
You
So
know,
yeah,
yeah,
feel very lucky.
so many people got pains in their body, and after a while, they try things doesn't work, or limited
Yeah.
amount of success. They just start going to deeper and deeper levels of resonation with life.
Yeah, 100%. The way that you feel is the way you show up for your friends and family and everyone around you,
You know,
it's
yeah,
and
I got into a pretty serious accident a number of years ago and couldn't walk. I mean,
uh,
it was a tough time for me. However, that's where I found the tools I'm using here now was going through that tough time. So
I'm sorry to hear that that happened. I'm glad that you're walking and you're doing better and you found the things that worked.
yeah, it was a it was a very humbling experience. I'll tell you, it was when I got where I could walk and stand up to pee. It was like oh my God, I could walk and stand up and pee. It was really
Yeah.
became grateful for the simple things. That was a big
Wow.
changing point in my life.
I bet. Yeah, it's I can't imagine, man. That's to be with your positive attitude now and that's where you came from. It's that's so beautiful. I mean, shit, like a lot of the darkest times in our life show us exactly where the light is and
Yeah.
allow us to like
If
move towards the thing.
you ever heard the expression "Holy shit"?
Yeah.
I believe I believe that's here for a reason. And
Yeah.
the bigger the pile of poo, the bigger the gold nugget in it. So just
Yep.
dive into it. Most people try to
Lean
get
into
away
it.
from it, but if you just go straight forward into it, hold your breath, do whatever it takes, get in the middle of it, see what you find inside of it. There's always a blessing in it, always.
Most definitely.
So, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you or order your products?
Yeah, I mean our website is Rolflex, Rolflex, recovery.com. Everybody spells it R like rolling, Roll, but it's like buying a Rolex, but with adding the flex to it.
Hmm.
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at the same things at rollflexrecovery.com for the website. We also love to help educate people on things. So at any point, if you have tennis elbow, acute tendonitis in your wrist, carpal tunnel, if you have golfer's elbow, you can just go to our website, free videos, learning how to recover like at home by yourself. You don't need a Rolflex, even though it's against my best business interests. It makes your job 10 times easier to apply these thumb-like massage techniques with our device. But ultimately, we're really on a mission that believes in mobility as freedom. And once you don't have mobility, you have less freedom or no freedom. Example with like when it was hard for you to walk. Um, so if you can go to our website and there's the video tab, it'll teach you, it'll bring a lot of the things that we can be guilty of over making too complex. It'll make them super simple, easy to digest to help you get through your pain.
Awesome. Yeah, when all the stuff goes on in the body too, the mind and conversations and all that stuff start to really slow down as well. People age way faster. So getting people keeping them mobile, trying new things, building new connections, that really extends a person's life and happiness happiness throughout their life as well. So
Yeah.
I acknowledge you on what you're doing. Um,
And
I do have one question I end up show up on.
sure.
And my question is, what do you really love about life?
The seemingly randomness of things that ultimately always conspire to meet and support you. Like in the moment, something might be a surprise, but that surprise can quite literally be the thing that you've most needed in life at that moment. I love embracing that variability, dynamicness of life, and it keeps me on my toes. And whether that's friends, family, health, or being an entrepreneur, life's just so interesting, and I believe all people are inherently really, really good. Um, and I love like the serendipity of this conversation. Hopefully it lands on some of your listeners' ears, like some of the serendipity, if they have pain or whatever it is. And uh, I think that's what makes life worth living, the enjoyment and the bliss within it all.
Awesome. Great answer, man. Really great answer. Well,
Yeah.
Ryan, thank you for being on the show. And I look forward to hear maybe you come back on and explain what you're doing for bone density too, because that sounds really interesting as well. I'd love to hear about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it. I look forward to coming back if the invite's there. All
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
right, you too.